Here's another update for you. Those missing emails, well, the White House says it's screwed up. Karl Rove's attorney steps up to the mic, and the Justice Department releases some new documents. There is plenty going on today in this investigation into 8 U.S. attorneys being sacked. CNN White House correspondent Suzanne Malveaux had just left a press conference and joins us now live with the latest. What do you know, Suzanne?
Betty, you're absolutely right. There is a lot going on. First, the White House has acknowledged here that there may be some emails missing that members of Congress desperately want in their investigations, and that they're through accounts, separate accounts set up through the Republican National Committee involving 22 people or so who have those accounts. Well, today we have learned perhaps the White House has a much bigger problem here, and that is the possibility of missing emails within the internal White House system, those email accounts within the White House. One group that's been looking at this, studying this, has released a report. This is the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. They say that between March of 2003 and October 2005, there were hundreds of days in which emails were missing within this White House system, and they estimate that roughly over 5 million email messages are now missing. Now, I brought that to the attention of Dana Perino, the Deputy Press Secretary. I pressed her on that, whether or not they know if they're now missing emails within the White House.
I'm not taking issue with their conclusions at this point. We're checking into them. And again, you know, there's 1,700 people in the executive office of the president. I don't know how. We'll try to find out how many emails a day are sent with that many people. I can assure you it's a high number. And but I also will tell you that the technical folks that we've spoken to in the preliminary discussions was that if there had been an inadvertent human error or a technical problem where there were days where emails might have been misplaced, that either one, it wouldn't have been intentional, and two, there are ways that we can try to gather those if need be.
So, Betty, the White House is saying that they're going to be reaching out to independent IT computer experts to figure out whether or not they can retrieve what may be missing emails through these RNC accounts and now possibly in these White House accounts. So this is turned into something that potentially could be much bigger, much worse for this administration. Betty?
Suzanne Dunn and I have been talking. I want to be very clear. 5 million emails?
That is what this particular group is claiming, 5 million emails, the course of what they're saying, hundreds of days. That is their claim. The White House, as you heard, is not taking issue with the numbers, but they're also saying, we just don't know at this point. We're going to investigate. We're going to look into this. If it is true, Betty, this could be a big problem for this White House. As you know, members of Congress want as much information as possible, and it really is an issue here, an immediate issue of credibility. Fairly or unfairly, this is all feeding into that perception that this is a White House that has something to hide. Betty?
CNN Suzanne Malveaux, we thank you.